What's up, everybody? This is Pain User.
And this is Cat's Pajamas.
And we have Game 2 between RGIFuRy and ONEGatored for you guys. This game is going to be on Tal'Darim Altar. Gatored spawning as our green Protoss in the top left position, and we have Fury spawning as our orange Terran in the bottom right position. This is IPL Season 2 Qualifier number 2, I believe.
Yes, it is.
And Fury currently up 1-0, and this is going to be quite interesting on this map. Keep in mind, Fury is playing under the alias Forever, but that is Fury.
Yes.
Our European Terran from Team RG. I believe he's one of their better players.
Yeah, absolutely.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I had a pleasure to watch him on a few occasions, casted him on the EU server. Quite a good player. Managed to win Game 1. And I'm really curious to see how Gatored responds. Gatored is a pretty solid player, but he has a tendency to go on tilt, so I don't really know how he's going to react in this situation. We are on Tal'Darim, very, very fast expansion builds, very popular here, of course. Very easy to pull off and expand just due to the walk distance there. So I'll be curious to see what Forever ends up going with. He is going to drop down the barracks, looks like maybe at the front. No, okay, that's just his scouting SUV. Barracks coming in inside of his base.
Not choosing to wall off at all. You know, this might come back to haunt him. I've definitely seen this haunt many Terran players. You don't wall, you think you're safe, especially if you don't wall and then go for some sort of expand build, but he already has a gas coming down, so
yeah. Looks
like we're going to see maybe a Reaper expand or perhaps a quick Marauder, although I don't really see the purpose of a quick Marauder on this map whatsoever.
Right.
It's not really going to accomplish anything, and if you do go for one of those early, like, you know, two Marauder, two Marine pushes, it's not going to be very effective.
Exactly, unless you're doing something like you're proxying racks in the middle of the map or something like that. But even then, that's risky. Yeah.
Even then, the run distance from a proxied racks in the center of the map to, you know, their front door is still going to be relatively similar to like a Xel'Naga type difference or something like that. So, not a huge fan of super aggressive builds on this map. I feel like it's super gimmicky. The risk reward isn't that high on a map like Xel'Naga. It's much higher. You can just get right up in their face. You can do tons of damage, force them to pull SCVs. But still, you do see players have some success with 4 gates and things like that on this map just because the map is so big. It's really unexpected, and they're able to do a lot of damage sometimes because of that. I've seen so many players lose to 4 gates on this map where they really shouldn't.
Well, you also have the difference in walk distance because Terran players forced no matter what to run his units across the map at any given point in time. Makes it hard to reinforce as well. Looks like Forever actually going to do a 2 racks before he does anything else. But whereas a Protoss player obviously has the luxury of dropping down a forward pylon, they can put units anywhere across the map they want to. So it really cuts down on that walk distance, makes reinforcing very easy. Gatored actually did go to a second gas. How much chrono boost? He really doesn't have all that much chrono boost saved up on his Nexus either, so I'm curious to see what he ends up doing here. He could very well do some sort of a 3-gate high sentry expand or something like that. I don't know, though. It's kind of interesting. I would have thought that Forever would have expanded by now, but he's getting up a pretty conventional Bioforce, like we were talking about, that 2 Marine, 2 Marauder push. Really hard to sustain just because of the walk distance. By the time he actually makes it over here, there's going to be plenty of gateway units out.
Is it a proxy pylon in the top right we have going up here? Oh, and it looks like we might have some kind of a DT rush coming or something of that. No, just hiding the gateways. Looks like it is going to be possibly a 4-gate, or are we just stopping at 3? Okay, it is going to be a 4-gate. He has 2 gates in the main, 2 more proxy gates going up. God, I love Protoss. So he is going to indeed be doing a 4-gate, which is interesting because, you know, Fury has opened up with this 2 racks build, and to be honest, Fury should be able to hold this should he bunker up properly, assuming he gets his stim relatively early on. We do have 1 bunker going up at the front. You know, I don't see any reason why he shouldn't be able to hold this. He doesn't know it's coming, though, and that's the thing. So he might not prepare properly. He probably won't get a second bunker, and it looks like he is going to be quite surprised by this build.
Yeah, absolutely, and I don't even think that he has seen the second gate or anything along those lines. Let me take a look. No, he has not. So, you know, this is a build that relies on a lot of deception as well. I don't think that he would have intentionally let the SCV in for no apparent reason, but I mean, I would have thought that he had almost wanted the SCV to get a complete scout, only see the 2 gates, but I guess he would have expected a Nexus by now, would have thought something is up. I'm actually thinking through the thought process.
How is he accumulating that much money with a 4 gate?
It looks like Warp Gate just went down, and he hasn't warped in his units yet.
He warped in at least one cycle that I saw.
All right, so
I don't know what he's spending all his money on right now. He could have expanded behind this.
High gas sentries, just not really doing a lot of.
Hey, throw up a Nexus
like that. Might as well. You've got the 400 resources.
I know, right? Well, you know, maybe he's saving up for one like major round in a little bit here. Going to chrono boost all the gateways, drop 4 more zealots or something like that. But still, he's been floating over 400 pretty much throughout the duration of this build. And when that's the case, you might as well drop a Nexus. And we do have 3 bunkers up here. I don't know if this is going to be enough. I hope it is. I should hope so. Yeah. But he needs to pull his SCVs off the line immediately and repair here. It looks like Gatored is just going to go in all out. First bunker is probably going to go down immediately, and it looks like we have 1 really good force field up so far. 2, 3, 4 perfect force fields going down. No SCVs repairing. All the bunkers will indeed die here. There is no stim. It's about 10% done, and I don't see Fury holding this off, especially once these reinforcements come in.
Yep, absolutely. As soon as he gets a couple more zealots to buffer some more damage, Forever's going to have to pull back to another defensive position. He's already retreating with his SCVs. So he'll probably try to establish a couple of bunkers down here. But if Gator just keeps up the pressure, then I think he is going to be just fine. Looks like he's going after the orbital command here. He is successfully getting that to float away. A couple more zealots are making their way in. Here comes Gatored making his way in. We do have another barracks coming up for Fury, but he does not have any sort of bunkers or anything down. Really good force fields there. It allows the zealots to get in and take out a bunch of Marines and SCVs, but it prevented the Marauders from doing most of their damage. Looks like the Marauders making their way up now. Just a couple of going down. This barracks is not going to finish. Orbital command going to drop in and sandwich these units, but I think Gatored just has a little bit too much, and he's going to be able to break through.
Oh, man, how frustrating is that? He's going to break him with so few units. 3 sentries and 2 stalkers, but that's really all he needs right now. He's killing so many SCVs, and there come the 4 zealots to seal the deal. There's absolutely no way these are going to get taken down, and Forever has left the game. No GG. It was not a GG.
No.
Fury scouted it. He knew it was coming. He put up 3 bunkers. I think he must have forgot stim somewhere in that build, because should he have had stim, or should stim have been close to finishing, and come on, we're at the 9-minute 30-second mark. You can get stim earlier than that, even post-patch. And
yeah, absolutely.
When he fell back the second time, when he lifted off his natural command center and he fell back with everything, if stim had been much farther along and he had been able to finish stim as he was falling back there, that would have changed things drastically, because then he could have pulled SCVs, stimmed, and gone in, and I think he would have actually been able to hold it off. So
yeah, I want to take a look at something as well, because right here, going back, a little bit of a replay for everyone.
Right on.
And right here, whenever the bunkers were put in place, we'll go ahead and speed up here for just a second. Fury brought all of his SCVs forward to repair this bunker. Didn't set anything on auto repair and just sent them to repair this one. So when this attack comes through and the first force field goes down, Gatored ends up going through the bunker. We'll see these SCVs stop here, and he has an opportunity to start a repair for a little bit of time there, or at least get the SCVs in position, but didn't do anything with them after that. And so they were just kind of dead weight from there on out.
Yeah, you need to get your SCVs all around the bunkers. I still think Gatored had more than enough force fields to push them off. He only used 4 right there, which is actually pretty impressive. A lot of times you'll see players drop, 8 force fields just to block off all the bunkers, but I think that also boils down a little bit to the bunker positioning. It's really nice to put 1 bunker staggered in the back, a few units off from the 2 bunkers that you have in the front.
Right.
So in the event that he starts force fielding all of your bunkers, in order for him to completely surround that bunker in the back with force fields, he'll have to use, 4 or 5.
Right.
And that makes it a lot more difficult to force field all your bunkers. So anyway, Gatored taking a game off of Fury. 1-1. Series is tied, and we'll be right back at you guys with the rubber match.
Stay tuned.